I broke something and I didn't even try. See, I was trying to pull this quick connect out of the fitting and I was pulling on it. What happened is the fitting broke right off. But I have some ideas. You guys actually know how strong JB Weld is? I'm wondering about that. Messy affair here. See, I've got a greasy rag. Well, the thing is, dealing with the intake manifold, which is not something I want to replace or even take off if I can help it. So since I broke off this fitting, now I'm going to shove a greasy rag down there so that any debris that's going to fall in there while I work on this is going to get stuck in that grease. And then later on when I pull it out, hopefully, you know, it's all going to come out. So make me a little bit nervous there because that rag is gone. It's way in there. Hopefully I can fish it back out later. Well, there are all kinds of thoughts racing through my head right now. One of them is to cut some threads in there with the tap and then get something in there, glue it in there, and then try to back this out. However, this may not work, but I have some little bit of this thing still sticking out because it broke off pulling on it, not trying to unscrew it. So if I was to take some stuff out of the way, I might be able to unscrew this with a pipe wrench. One of the attempts might just involve the cold chisel and the saw blade. I haven't quite decided what to do yet, and of course another option is to break down, go to the car parts store and get the tool for it. It's not looking good, no. But what can I do? I should stay positive here. Okay, so I have to step away from this truck for a few hours and think about this. And I also inquired about the Lyle tool that is available for this job. I cannot get it locally. I can get it from Amazon for a really bad, expensive price, or I can get it from another company I never heard of for a reasonable price. However, this wouldn't happen before the end of the week or so, and I have another idea. I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, I got this tap that I bought for my compressor once. So this is the same pipe thread as this nipple. So if I can get the threads into this part down there, then secure it with JB Weld, wait overnight, and then I have something for my 9/16 socket to grab onto. Now where am I cutting the thread? Way down there. See, it's obstructed, but I can do it. This is wheel bearing grease. I'm putting it on my tap. Besides lubricating the threads, this will also catch any metal chips, or so I'm hoping. None of this is ideal, but at this point, whatever works is fine. I'm not sure if you can really see what I'm doing, so I'm showing you this here. It's a good opportunity because my 11mm socket is actually slipping on that. I don't have a square socket, unfortunately, so I have to see if anything else fits better. This might be my only choice. Everything else either doesn't fit in there or it doesn't grab the square at the top of the tap. So those people who make the taps, it's time to come up with the system that is more universal, that you can actually put something on like a, I don't know, like a regular socket or something like that. Wouldn't that be nice? This is foolproof, this fits. Do I have enough threads to continue this properly? It appears to go okay so far. Slowly but surely working this in there. I can put this all the way through there because The more threads, the better. So one of the most important things when you're using any kind of epoxy like JB Weld is that the surface you're gluing it onto is super clean. Brake cleaner. Now you can see that I have decent threads in there and they appear to be clean enough. So let's do the JB Weld. Well, before gluing this in, I'm gonna just try and see if this even screws in there nicely. And it seems to be. It seems to do it. See? Yeah, this is fine. The rest, snug it up with a wrench or whatever. I don't know if that's necessary even, because I'm relying on this epoxy. See, this goes in there, and then this is a nice 9/16. So we're gonna mix equal parts of whatever this is, hardener and resin, I guess. Hope this stuff's still good. It's been sitting for a little while here. So this is the formula that is original. It'll have to cure overnight, and I'll keep the cardboard so that I can check whatever is on here, see the consistency of it tomorrow afternoon. All right, let's put it on the truck. First, the fitting itself. I don't care if this gets blocked or whatever, because we're just using it as an extractor of some sort. So this is good, and I'm going to put a little bit in the hole as well. There, that is plenty. That should do the trick. Oh, I so hope this works. Oh, come on, go in. But it's going in, yay. This doesn't really snug up very good. Oh yeah, it does. Should I wipe off the excess? Yeah, I will. Just because I want to have a good grip on my socket tomorrow. We're going to see if this comes out. So I'm half sure, about 50-50, that this is going to work. Then I'm going to get fitting with the hose barb instead of this stupid quick connect, because I don't believe in this. You know, why would it have to be a quick connect for a heater hose? It's even harder to take off actually than it is to just undo a clamp. So whatever this is, it wasn't a good idea. Like, so this is almost 2 days later since I put the JB Weld on this fitting, and I'm confident that it is as hard and as cured and as strong as it'll ever be. Now, I have another problem here, and it's kind of silly, but see, I want to use this socket that is 1/2 inch drive, 9/16 to get this off, but this is the only 9/16 socket that I have that has a 1/2 inch drive, and it's not deep enough. So I'm gonna cut off the top of this fitting that I screwed in there so that I can use this to get the maximum leverage, in order to not spend hours on cutting a stupid metal thing with the hacksaw blade. I'm thinking I'm going to use my little recip saw and hoping this is going to work. Let's see if this even works. But then stuff happens, and for some reason that blade just broke off. So the problem right now is to fit that socket on there properly so it doesn't interfere with anything else and it goes down enough to get a good grip. Yeah, there, I got it. I got it. Look at this. I feel so good. All right, last ditch effort to lube this before trying to yank on it. Well, I got it. It just, it still feels really awkward from this angle here. And this doesn't feel good at all. It's turning, but it's not turning where I need it to turn. No, all of this was for nothing. The JB Weld is not strong enough to get this out. So it's a day and a half, almost 2 days later. Yeah, it's about 2 days later. Not that I was working on this the whole time. No, I was just letting it sit here, hoping for the stuff to cure. And it turns out this doesn't work. So I probably should have dealt with it right away, the way that I was thinking. And well, I didn't because I had hopes, but this needs to be cut out, and then I probably have to get a tap to restore those threads, because contrary to what I believed, this manifold is aluminum. At first I thought this was cast iron, because why would they paint it black if it's not cast iron? So I'm literally sitting under my hood. It's not even that uncomfortable, but to reach over there, it's kind of still a bit of a pain, you know. I'll show you what I'm doing. Of course, I'm starting with the awkward side. Of course, they might all be like this. Yeah, it's really awkward to do this. Quite frankly, with my trick there, with the fitting that I threaded in there, I thought I was going to be ahead of everyone else, you know. Have a video that shows you one way that actually gets this thing out without damaging the threads and without going out to buy more extractor tools. But it hasn't worked. So I don't know how much of this you witnessed. I want to show you up close what I did so far. Now it's at a point where I might try to pry this from the side and see what happens. I just want to try what I can do with the pliers just here. Yeah, look at that. Of course, I wouldn't be too thrilled if this all ends up in the manifold. What do you think? Cold chisel? I don't know how much of this you can see. It's just awkward just to even reach this, because it's right in the back of the middle of the engine. Maybe I have to take more stuff off. See, something came off. Shit stuff, eh? Yeah, it's still not looking real good. I'm not excited about it. Let's do some more filing. Ah, piece went in. Worst case scenario, the intake manifold has to come off. Yeah, I think I might be able to get a grip on it here. Easier said than done. There you go, see, there is a piece of this. Oh man, you can see the threads on the outside. And where's the rest of it? Part of it's in my intake manifold, which is not good. Oh, it just fell in there, dang it. This is terrible. I think it's gone. I think the whole thing is out. It's just most of it's inside there. Will I get all this out? Well, that was good. It's out. It appears that there's some of it still in there. So guys, I got this thing out. Now I got to take the shop vac and suck up whatever's like right below there, because I'm sure there's some debris in there that shouldn't be in there. So I don't know, should I drain the coolant for that to get it below the level? You know what, I think I'm just gonna suck it right through there with the take off the filter off the shop vac, and I have a nozzle that goes pretty much in there snug, and just, you know, see what comes out, I guess. Now I show you what I'm gonna do to get any debris that might have fallen in there out, and I'm sure there's debris in there. See, the shop vac is right there. This is a brand new one. It sucks big time, and my nozzle fits right in there. And let's just see what happens here. Now one more time, I'm gonna try to see, this nozzle is bigger. It'll make a better seal around the hole. I'm hoping. I don't know if that's actually gonna happen, but I've got nothing to lose here. I think this is already working okay. So what do you think? Is this safe to put back? We could look in the shop vac. That's what's in the shop vac right now. Now I have to filter this through something to see if the metal chips all came out. We're gonna pour the antifreeze through the sieve and find out if anything in there. have a look. See, most of this didn't even come off. This is part of the fitting. Yeah, what the hell? Oh, there's an orifice in there. That's what this is probably. But see all the metal chips there? So that's good. We got those out. Not very much in here. So all the stuff is obviously heavier than the antifreeze. And that again makes me think that if there's something like way down, the shop vac maybe would have had a hard time picking this up. But I'm just gonna go with it like this and keep my fingers crossed. I think there's enough debris in there to give me the confidence that it did get picked up. It's no longer in there. So yeah, this antifreeze, I'm probably just gonna filter it through something once again and then put it back in there, but only till I do more work on the cooling system. There needs to be a new thermostat. The water pump, I don't know about it. If I have any confidence in it, I might replace the seal on it or change the pump. I don't know what's the most efficient there. I think you need a press to get the shaft out, and I don't know anybody with a press. Other than that, well, we'll see. You know, the coolant, I'll have to get flushed out. Probably the heater core will get flushed. The radiator isn't too old, but the coolant level is a bit low. So yeah, I know why, because there was a leak, obviously. So yeah, this was unexpectedly long. I was really hoping that the JB Weld would have helped me get this out. It didn't happen like that, but I hope if you run into this problem yourself, this video should have some value for you. I know there's a tool available for this job, and I know that only works about 50% of the time, if that. So I didn't go that route. You know, I didn't spend that money. I'm going to spend that on a new sieve because it's from the kitchen, and the tap to restore these threads. And well, that's it. Should all be good then, you know. All right, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you can give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you did. All righty.